My name is Judy Miller, and I want to introduce you to our second of a series of 3 of webinars. This one is on the email builder, and today we're going to talk about how to use Infusionsoft's email builder and send out a broadcast. And I am recording this, so everyone will get a recording with any goodies that I promise. And before I begin, I want to tell you a story because it's a great marketing tip, and it will really help you when you're getting ready to write your first newsletter. You've all been to the DMV. You've all been to get a new license, and it's always a horrible, horrible experience. And when you have a horrible experience, you tell everybody. But when you have a great experience, you don't tell as many people. It actually takes 100 good experiences to tell one person about it. But I'm going to tell you because I had a great experience, and when I send a newsletter, I'm going to talk about it because it was so amazing. I went to the DMV. I walked in on May 1st, which is the most amazing day to go to the DMV because it's horrible, so to go get my new license, because I just moved, and get a new picture taken. I got up to the front and she said, oh, we have a new system. If you're just going to get a picture taken and a new license, go to this section. I went to that section. They called me up. They took my picture. They said, do you like this one? I go, yeah, that came out okay. And then they put me in another line, which took 2 minutes. I paid $12, and within 10 minutes, I was out of the DMV with my new license on a piece of paper, and they said in 10 days I'll get my license. It was an incredible, unbelievable, awesome experience. And when you are writing newsletters or sending out emails, you want to tell people about your stories. You want to tell them, oh my goodness, you're not going to believe what happened to me. And then they're going to have an experience that they want to write you back and go, oh my gosh, that happened to me too, or I had the worst experience, and they start having a conversation with you. And that's really, really important. You want to be able to have conversations with your prospects and your customers, and that creates relationships, and that's one of the reasons why you send out broadcasts. So that's my marketing tip today. Tell them a story and let them know with your emotion and with passion what happened to you. And that was an amazing one, and my license even came out good. So for 12 years, I have a good picture. Yay. So let's get started. With your Infusionsoft application, you do have access to our Help Center. It's located at help.infusionsoft.com. And you also have access to our Mastermind Webinars when you go to help.infusionsoft.com. Sorry, I was reading my questions instead of paying attention. At help.infusionsoft.com, you will have access to our user guide, so there'll be a white window there, and you can actually type in whatever question you have, and articles will come up. Access to our tech support numbers, and our tech support people work from 5 or 6 in the morning until 5 at night, so you have a lot of time with them there. You also have access to our Mastermind Webinars, so if you go to our Help Center and you click on the Webinar tab, there's the basic training webinars and access to register for these webinars, but also access to our Mastermind Webinars, which were about 5 levels higher than these, and the videos are right there, and you don't have to register for them. You can watch them right there. Troy, were you able to get on? It looks like your window was hiding, but hopefully you're able to see now. And you'll also have access to our chat. Our chat is 24/7. You can just get on the same window that you're on Infusionsoft and chat with one of our representatives and get help. So if it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you're working on Infusionsoft for some reason, you can get the help right there too. So hey Judy, I want to do a campaign. What's the difference between a broadcast and a campaign? I was hoping we were getting into the campaign builder on this webinar. Well, let me explain the difference. A broadcast is a single email that you send off in a batch that goes off either to your whole entire list or just a specific group. So say that I'm having a webinar on Friday, and Friday I'm going to have a special webinar on how to market to your customers. I may want to send that to people that are just prospects. So I search for anyone that just has a prospect tag, and I send them an invitation to come to my webinar on Friday. So you can either send it to your entire list like your newsletter or just a specific group. So one of our attendees, Troy, just chatted something in the question window, and he goes, here's my story. Our chat has been awesome 24/7. So see, passionate, exciting, something relevant, and telling a story. So that makes me happy. I'm so glad that you enjoyed our chat because I think they're awesome too. So a broadcast is sending off either your newsletter or a special targeted message to a specific group of people. It's a one-time email. A campaign is a little bit different, but it does have emails in it. A campaign is a series of emails that are connected by timers. They can either be delay timers or date timers that automate your follow-up. They do have emails in them, so it is great to learn how to use the email builder even if you're not going to be sending out broadcasts, but you should be sending out broadcasts. There are other things that are in the campaign. You can send off a task. You can tag someone. You can assign an owner to them. You can have them set up an appointment. There's lots of cool things that can happen in the campaign builder, and we're going to learn about those tomorrow. We're putting all the pieces together, so contacts, email, and then campaign, so it will all make sense to you. So here's an example of a broadcast. And you can use this because this is copy that I wrote. Summer's on its way. Scared to wear that bathing suit? Don't be. Join us at Fitness for You and make good on your promise to live healthier in 2017. Click on the link below to get your 5 free, I should have put for 5 for free pass. God, that was hard to read. Look cute in that suit, Team Fitness. So I'm going to send that to people that aren't customers yet, that have not come into my gym, that want to lose weight in 2017. And I'm going to look for people with specific tags. The weight loss tag, the tone up tag, and a social fun tag. So I'm going to target that specific group of people and send them a broadcast so that they'll get my 5 free passes. That's a broadcast that gets sent out one-time blast. A campaign's a little different, and this is an example of a campaign sequence. When someone gets put into this sequence, it will wait 2 days, and at 8 o'clock in the morning, it will send out the email, welcome and get ready. Then 2 days later at 8 o'clock, it's going to automate the email, what's going on? I should have sang that for you. And then wait at least 3 days, and then at 8 o'clock in the morning, are you hot? So that's automated. That's a sequence. There's emails in it, separated by timers. We'll be doing one of those tomorrow. So the things we're going to learn today is how to edit a template, how to brand it for your business, how to add images and pictures and change those. I'm going to give you some ideas of broadcasts like I did already in the marketing tip, how to send a broadcast to your entire list or just a targeted specific group of people. So buckle your seatbelt and let's go. So Judy, why would we send a broadcast instead of putting people into automated follow-up? Well, here's some reasons. The first one, it may be a holiday greeting. It may be Valentine's Day, or it may be St. Patrick's Day. And St. Patrick's Day, I just found out from my DNA test that I'm 23% Irish, and I didn't even know that. So I might want to send out a special holiday greeting with a special, offer on it, or just sending out a greeting just for the sake of sending out a greeting. And I'll get to your questions before the end, I promise. It may be that something's happening. You may have opened up a new dental practice and you hired some new hygienists that you want to introduce. You may have some new real estate agents for your brokerage and you want to introduce them out to everyone. Your website may be under construction and people may have just bought your $10,000 program and they go to your website to show someone and there's a 404 error message. So you may want to send out a broadcast and say, hey, don't be alarmed. It's under construction just like every other road in Arizona right now. We are rebranding and getting our new website. It may be a special offer. For today only, I'm giving 50% off of my monthly membership for my gym. It may be to create urgency, and our brains are programmed like this. If somebody has something that we can't have, or there's only a certain amount left for a certain price, we want it. We're just made that way. That's why Black Friday is such a big deal. So to create urgency, there's only 5 seats left to my webinar. Home Depot does a great job with this. They have Black Friday in June. So in June, I bought my washer and dryer because they had a Black Friday sale, and I'm like, wait a minute, it's not Christmas time. This is weird. Or it's not Thanksgiving time. So I bought my washer and dryer because it was a great deal. And the last and the most important reason to send a broadcast, I personally think, is to create and build a relationship. There's a book by Jeffrey Gitomer called The Little Black Book of Connections. It's a great book. And when you open up the book, not even on the first page, but actually on the spine of the book, it says, with all things equal, people buy from friends. With all things unequal, people still buy from friends. People will buy from people they like. So if you create that relationship when they're ready to purchase, and it may not be today, it may be next Tuesday, it may be in December, but if you're building a relationship with them and they like you, they're going to buy from you. It's absolutely true. And to build my relationship, that's a picture of my granddaughter, Everly. She's going to be 2 years old in September, and she is my favorite thing of my life. So that's me building a relationship. Now somebody writes and goes, oh my gosh, I have a granddaughter named Everly too. That's such a cute name. And all of a sudden we're communicating with each other. Somebody that I didn't even know from Adam, we're becoming friends. And when Beverly is ready to purchase, she's going to purchase from me, hopefully. Maybe not always, but 90% of the time. So our email builder, I'm trying to get a summer theme here because it's going to be 100 degrees this week in Arizona. Our email builder is easy to use. You can create multiple templates. So if you have 2 different businesses, one you teach yoga and one you do personal training from home, 2 different banners, 2 different businesses, 2 different templates. It's mobile optimized, so it looks really nice on a phone or a tablet. You can save and use templates in the campaign builder. So if you have a template that you created that you absolutely love, you can take that and copy it right into the campaign builder. And it's fun. I'm very creative. I like to create things, so it's fun for me, and I hope it's fun for you too. If it's not fun, we have templates already made, so you don't even have to think about it. So let me get into Infusionsoft and show you how that's done. I'm going to get a drink of water real quick, so hold on. I'm back, and somebody just wrote in the question box, I can feel your energy. I get really excited about the email builder, but you ain't seen nothing yet until you do the campaign builder with me, because I love that webinar. So I'm going to open up Infusionsoft, and when I open up Infusionsoft, I land on my dashboard. Even if you're just going to play around with it, you're still going to go to the same place. So Anna, if you're just going to goof around and make a template, you're not really starting your business yet, or if you actually are getting ready to send out a broadcast, you're still going to go to the same place. I'm going to hover over the Infusionsoft logo, come to Marketing, down to Email and Broadcast, and click it one time. When I do, this page will appear. There's a big blue button in the middle that says Get Started. I'm going to click on that blue button, and it will open up our gallery, and I'm going to go over this because a lot of people get confused. The gallery are pre-made templates that are for you to use. They're your starting point. There's a plain one in there too that looks just plain, so if you just don't want any images or anything, you can change every one of these templates. It kind of just gives you an idea of what it can look like, kind of like when you're using MailChimp or Constant Contact. You have templates to start with. That's the gallery. Then we have our previously sent bucket. I call these buckets. Any email that you've already sent out in a broadcast will show up in this previously sent. We have our drafts. So don't be concerned if you have to answer your door and your computer shuts off or your electricity goes out. It will save anything that you're working on in your draft bucket. So you don't have to be worried if you have to stop for a little bit. And then my templates. My templates are saved templates that you actually save that you can transfer into your campaign builder. So those are important. Erase my drawings. So we start out in our gallery, and you get to peruse through the gallery and see which one you like the best. I'm going to use the airplane one. If you want to peruse and see what it's going to look like on a template in a phone, you can hit the little eyeball, and it's going to show you what it's going to look like if someone opens it up on a template or on a phone. I'm going to actually use this template, and when I do, the template will open up, and you get to edit it. The first thing you'll notice is a little drop-down came down. I call it the little slider. This will let you change who the email's coming from. So if you have more than one business, you can change it. If you just want to send it from one person that owns your Infusionsoft app, you can change it. If you want to put different businesses here, you can change it. So I'm going to change mine by hitting the little pencil. I'm going to hit the arrow going down, and I'm going to change this because it will always default to the person that bought the Infusionsoft app. I'm going to hit Other, and they don't know me by Judy Miller. They know me by my business name. So I'm going to put my business name here. And then the email address is whoever you want to get replied to in this email. So if Harriet is working for you in Texas and she's going to get all the replies to this broadcast you're sending out, then put Harriet's email address. I'm going to get them, so I'm just going to put my email address and hit Save. So you can have different templates that come from different parts of your business. I have one customer that has 15 UPS stores. So each of those froms is a different UPS number store. Recipients we're not going to go over now because I'm not sending it out yet. I'm just playing around with it. And you do have to make sure you write a subject. So don't ever put subject here, because if you do put subject here and you send it out, that's what it's going to say. So I'm just going to put here you go, because if I send it out by accident, here you go doesn't sound bad. And I'm also going to personalize it. So I'm going to put a comma right there. And after you put a comma, always put a space so it doesn't butt up against and it looks grammatically correct. And now I want to put their first name. So I'm just going to come to this merge button right to the right of the subject line, hit it one time, and it will drop down with all the fields that you can grab from the Infusionsoft software. I'm going to pick contact fields most common, first name, and there it goes. It will say, here you go, Anna, here you go, Barney, here you go, Judy, automatically. If you don't have their first name, it will say, here you go, friend. Now to get rid of that header so I can work on my email, I'm going to just hit that little arrow and push the little mini blind up, and now it's out of my way. Every time you click on something in this email template, the left side will change and the toolbar will change on the left. It automatically defaults to design. The design will give you the ability to change your hyperlink color, to change your background color, and to change your font color if you'd like to. I do want to change my hyperlink color. So I'm going to come to the left into my little toolbar, click in that little blue hyperlink, and I'm going to make my hyperlink red. So if there's a link, it will automatically be red. I also want to change my background color. I'm going to change my background color to a prettier color. So I can change it to blue, purple, that looks hideous, or just gray. So Troy just said, is that what appears on the subject line in the email? That is exactly what appears on the subject line of the email. When you send it out and people open up their Gmail, it will say, here you go, Judy. So you're correct. So I always like to change my background to kind of like a gray color so the email will pop out and it always looks nice. Now if I want to design my own email, I'll come down to blocks, but this one's already created for me, so I'm just going to start at the top. I'm going to click inside of that banner. That's not my banner. It's not your banner, so you get to add your banner in here, or you can use this. If you want to use this image, you can just come over to the left and hit Edit and Effects, and you can put content in there and make your own banner right there. But I want to use my banner, so I'm going to hit Change Image on the left, and I'm going to look for my Infusionsoft image that I created. I'm going to use the slider and make it a little bit smaller. The correct pixels for an image are 600 by 100, so I'm going to make this a little bit wider. If you want to link your image to your website or your blog post or an order form, you can link it right here by clicking the arrow going down and putting in your URL. And I will get to your questions, Troy, I promise. I just want to get this flow going and then I'll come back to questions. I can change the text color. Back to my image, I'm sorry, click on my image. And you always want to put a description of your image, so I'm going to put my banner with palm tree. So if somebody's just scrolling over it, it will tell them what that picture is. And then I can change it right, left, or center by going to alignment. So I'm just going to put it in center. That's my image. Going down further, this is my title. You can come in, and if you have emails from MailChimp, you can just copy and paste all that information in here, or you can start from scratch. And then put in your content. Now I want to put in my link. Want to see a video from Icon? Or let me do a different one. Want to download some great stuff I picked up there. So I want to make a link. I'm going to write down the words that I want, highlight it, and after I highlight it, a black toolbar will appear, and I want to find the chain link. I'm going to click the chain link once, and then I get to decide what I want them to click on or what I want to send them. I want to send them a download that I got at Icon. So I'm going to click this arrow, come down to File Download. Let me pause for a second to get a drink. Sorry, I start losing my voice around now. File download, I can either upload a new file, so I can go to my desktop and bring a file to be hosted by Infusionsoft. I already have one in here, so I'm going to search for it. 5 newsletter ideas. If you came to yesterday's webinar, you'll know that we like to organize our lists or track behavior with tags. So I'm going to click on the little tag, and I'm going to add a tag, downloaded ideas, because I want to know if people downloaded my ideas or not. And that will let me know if people are more engaged with my email or if I need to start writing better copy. Done. Insert link, and now you'll notice that that link turned red because I changed that link to red in the design phase. Now here's a button. Let me finish this. So I finished that part of my email. And now there's a button. The button's automatically there. If you don't want a button, just click on the button and hit the delete. To the right of the trash can is a reproduction so you can make a duplicate. So I want the button to give them the ideas too. They can either click here, or if they forget, they can click the button. So I'm going to click on the button, and when I do, on the left-hand side, the toolbar changed, and now it's my button maker. I'm going to change this to Get Ideas Now with a couple exclamation points. I'm going to come and put the same file download and the same tag. My tag's already created. I can create one on the fly too, but I'm going to let them know, hey, here's another chance to download my ideas. And if they download them, I want to tag them. And then I'm going to change my button color and make it pretty. Then you'll notice the next section are the social media snippets. I'm going to delete that so I can show you what they look like. What do I want to add more to this? Well, I want to add my social media snippets and I want to add my signature. And I may want to add a video or more images. So how do I add stuff to a template that's already created? Well, I'm going to come over to the very, very left and click on blocks. And when you click on blocks, you'll have little Lego blocks that you can add to this email. The first thing I want to add is a dividing line to divide my banner from my content. So I'm going to grab the dividing line, put it right underneath my banner, and let it go. When I do, the toolbar on the left changes. I can make it bigger or smaller, and I can change the color to a pretty blue. Here's my content. There's also a spacer in there. I don't want a space, so I'm going to delete it. And now there's my content. I'd like to add my social media snippet on the top by my banner so people can click on Facebook and follow me on Facebook or check me out on YouTube. So I'm going to come find the social media snippet and drag it where I want it and let it go. And you'll notice that it doesn't look like the one I deleted. There's no colors in it. It's not set up yet. To set it up, you'll just come to the left and the toolbar changes, and now I'm going to put in my Facebook URL, and as soon as I do, it will automatically show the Facebook icon. Put in my Twitter URL, my Twitter will show up. When you hit the plus sign, you can add more, and I can add my YouTube channel just by typing it in. What I would recommend is write down all your URLs and get them on an Excel spreadsheet so you can just copy and paste them because they don't transfer over to other templates, which is kind of crappy because it's a pain in the neck to have to do that again. Also, another tip, when you hover over the social media snippet, you can make a duplicate of it, and then I'm going to drag it and put it all the way on the bottom just in case I have a really long email. When they get to the bottom, they may not want to scroll all the way up to the top again to follow me on social media. So create another one and put it on the top and the bottom. Go back to my blocks, and I may want to add an image. So I'm going to grab image, put it right underneath my social media snippet, or I can put it to the left of my snippet. And as soon as I add my image, the library will show up on the left. I can either browse and add a brand new image, or I can take a look at the images that I already have. I can search for images by starting typing it in, and there's baseball just like that. I can make it smaller or bigger. And then I want to show you something really cool that I don't really usually show on my webinars, but I really want to show you. I want to change this and make it a meme. This is the coolest part of our email builder. I'm going to hit Edit and Effects. This is really cool. hit the arrow all the way to the right, and there's a little kitty cat, and that's a meme. And I get to say, play ball now. Watch this. It's so cool. Hit apply, hit save, and dun 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 dun. It makes a meme. Isn't that cool? And memes are great with marketing. Just look up Grumpy Cat and see how memes are great with marketing. So you can make a meme right there, which is really, really cool. Danette said it's cool. I think it's awesome. Go back to my blocks, and I can add a video if I want to add a video. Grab the video, place the video where I want it, and then you do need to go grab your video. So if you're using Vimeo, you'd go to Vimeo. If you're using Wistia, you'd go to Wistia. I'm going to go to YouTube. And I'm going to search for Cubs win. I bring up the video. Let me pause it so it doesn't start playing. And then all you're going to do is grab the URL on top, or if you hit the share button, you can grab it on the bottom. It will automatically highlight for you. Grab the URL, copy it, and paste it right here where it says URL. And there's a video just like that. I can make it bigger or smaller, and I can even tag clicked on video. And there's my video. Just super, super, super easy. Go back to my blocks, and I want to show you the signature block. The signature block gives you the ability, if you own a real estate agency and you have 7 different agents and you want to send one broadcast, but you want each of the signatures to be the specific person that is the contact owner of that person, you can come to contact owner, signature, and when you send out that broadcast, it will put the owner's image here. Or you can say, you know what, I'm the owner of the brokerage. I want to make sure that it comes from just me and not each of the different owners. So I'm going to put Judy Miller and my signature will appear. You don't have to use our signature snippet. You don't have to use it. You can just come here and delete it, come to text, and you can just add text down here. We have lots of issues with people saying, I don't want to use that signature. Make your own right here. So you can make your own signatures, your own templates, etc. I would invite you to come in and play around with these. There's lots of different snippets. If you come to group, I just want to show you this. Once you bring group, it comes with an image, content, and a button. If you say, I don't want the image, I just want the content and button, you can come over here and get rid of what you want to get rid of or show everything. A lot of people say, I want 3 buttons across the bottom for small, medium, and large. I have 3 separate products. Awesome. Just grab the button, make a duplicate, move it down next to it, make a duplicate, move it down next to it, and then go in and change each of the buttons. So you can do lots of fun stuff. Go in and play around with it and see what it will do and what it won't do. It will do a lot. It's pretty cool. Once you get done with your email, you're going to come to, you can either exit out and it will automatically save it in drafts, or you can save it as a template. I'm just going to exit out. And I'm going to show you how to send a broadcast, and then we'll get to questions because I want to make sure that I have enough time for questions. I'm going to go to my dashboard, and I am ready to send out my first broadcast for the month of May. I don't want to send it out the first day of May because people get too much stuff on the 1st of May. So I like to send it out on the 3rd or 4th of May because people are more inclined to open it. That's another marketing tip. I'm going to come to the Infusionsoft logo, come to Marketing, Emails, and Broadcasts. I'm going to hit Get Started, and I already created my template, so I'm going to come to Templates. Here's the one I created, so I'm going to hit Use Template. I can come in and change whatever I want to change. So I think I want to change the background, make it a kind of a light blue, kind of looks beachy. I like the beach. Looks awesome. Here's my marketing ideas. Here's my hyperlink. Here's my video, get ready for summer. Check out this short video. And here's what package do you want to buy, small, medium, or just right. So I'm ready to send it. I'm going to hit the little slider and header to come back down. And this time I'm going to pick my recipients. So I'm going to change my subject line to May is here. May I help you? Pretty cute, huh? I just made that up. Now I want to pick my recipients. There's lots of ways to pick your recipients. Let me show you how to pick your whole list first. As soon as I click on Pick Your Recipients, there's a little blue link that says New Search right in the bottom right-hand corner of the box. I click that one time and this box will appear. Yesterday I called this a colander where you are able to filter, filter, filter. I don't want to filter. I just want to pick my whole list, so I'm just going to hit Search, no filter. And it will bring up all 213 of my people. I don't really want to send this to them because I'll spam people because I don't really have permissions and I have lots of fake names in there, so I'm going to hit delete. I can also start typing in a saved search. So yesterday I saved my attendees for my May webinar. So I saved a search. I can just start typing in that search and it will automatically appear. So I saved those 11 people. If I just want to send it to my 11 people, my newsletter list, boom, they're right there. Or I can start searching for tags. Beginner yoga, that tag right there, and it will automatically bring them up. So you can either search for tags, search for specific criteria, or bring up your entire list and send it out. So I don't want to spam anybody. So I'm going to do a new search. And I usually just send it to Abe, so I'm just going to send it to Abe. He's my coworker. There's my one person. I'm done with my email. I'm ready to send it. I check it once over. Man, it looks great. I hit Schedule or Send. And when I do, Infusionsoft will take a look at that email and tell you if everything looks good. If I didn't have a from email address, it would let me know. If I didn't have my recipients picked, it would let me know. It would have a little exclamation point here. Everything looks good, so now I get to decide, do I want to send it later, like maybe at 2 o'clock in the afternoon, or do I want to send it now? I want to send it now. So I hit the Send Now button, hit the blue button, and that email goes out immediately. As soon as the email goes out, it will move you to this email batch report, and it will show you in a pie graph how many people opened your email, how many you sent out, how many didn't open. Awesome. So this is really cool. It's a great report. It will even show you who didn't open the email. So if it's for an hour only, you can check 45 minutes later and see who didn't open and send them another broadcast and go, hey, this deal is ending in 15 minutes. Cool? Cool. If you need to know more about this report, you can go to our Help Center and type in Email Broadcast Report, and it will come up with all the information about these links right here. Let me show you how to get to the report again. Marketing, so after you send the email, it will automatically take you there, but if you close Infusionsoft or you leave, Marketing, Reports, we sent off a broadcast, so it's called Email Broadcasts. Here's the one we just sent out. Hit View Report, and it will bring you right back into that broadcast. Let's do another one real quick so I can show you how easy it is. Emails and broadcasts, get started. Go to my template or create one on the fly. Use this template. Schedule or send. Uh-oh, don't have any recipients. Come to recipients. Hit new search. This one I'm going to send to Heath. There's my one person. Hit send now. Send it out. So if you have 15 people on your list, you can send the broadcast to 15 people. You don't have to search for them name by name by name. Just have them tagged. or search for them on a specific date that you added them to Infusionsoft, and you can send off to that group of people. So I always have a challenge after I get done with my webinar. Create an email template. Add a link, add an image, add a document, add a tag to that image or that document or that video so you can check and see how many people actually clicked on that link. Save the template to your library. And I'm also going to be sending you a little workbook so you can watch the recording and fill out the workbook. It will just go over some of the things we went over today. And if you'd like to add me to your list, my name is Judy Miller, and my email address is basictraining@infusionsoft.com. I got the best one about a year ago from someone that put in the video of Shrek the donkey going, pick me, pick me, pick me, and it was awesome. And I clicked on it and I got tagged. I didn't know I got tagged, but he did and wrote me and said, hey, I saw that you clicked on the video. You got tagged. So it's really awesome and it's really fun to create that relationship with your contacts. So that's my challenge for you. And again, you can add me to your CRM, Judy Miller. I give you permission to market to me, and let's go to questions. So we have a few, so let me get to them real quick. So Troy said, would you have used the same web form landing page from the broadcast in the campaign? So that's a little different of a bird. If somebody's filling out a web form, or if somebody is filling out a landing page, you could use that same template, but it would be set up different than a newsletter because that email would be a welcome email. So you can use the same template, but if they're filling out a form in your website, and we'll learn how to make that form tomorrow, you could use that same template, but your content would be different if they're not signing up for your newsletter. Subject line of email, correct? Yep, we already got to that one. I would use the link action to direct people to the live interview podcast, etc. Yes. So let me show you that. I don't want that. I want Chrome. Let me open up my broadcast that I sent out. Let me pause and get a drink of water real quick. So instead of click here to get them now, I'd say click to join my podcast. So it can either be click here to join my podcast or register for my series. You would highlight here and you would add your link for your landing page, your link for your web form, or you'd put the URL on where you want to redirect them, and it would automatically open up the landing page, open up the form, or redirect them to signing up for your podcast, or you can just put a file download and add your podcast right here in an MP4. Or you can send them to your website. So I'm trying to see if there's any more. Someone asked how you delete templates. To delete a template, you would just go back into your templates. And to delete one, you just hover over it and hit the trash can. Another attendee said, how do I register for your campaign builder? Let me show you. I'm going to go to help.infusionsoft.com. And when I open up help.infusionsoft.com, I'm going to come to Webinars. And if you click on Infusionsoft Basic Training and click here on Campaign Builder, that's how you can register for tomorrow's webinar. I'll always send you the recording if you join me on the webinar because I get your email address and I'll send you the recording at about lunchtime. So I don't see any more questions. I'll give you another second just in case you have any. And you can have as many templates as you want. That's what's great about our template builder. I can't join tomorrow while I get a copy. So Troy, you won't get a copy, but I'll put a Post-it note on my desk and I'll remind myself to add you, and I will send you a copy of it. You'll also be redirected to my YouTube channel, which holds all my videos, and you can peruse that because you're going to get a link to it, and you can watch those anytime you want. There's lots and lots of videos in there. So thank you for joining me. We're about 20 minutes early, which is great. I hope that it wasn't too much information. I'll be sending you the recording and also the little workbook that I created. If you guys want any information about our university, where we have a 3-day online university where you can dive deeper into Infusionsoft, just send me an email. And also, if you have not been added to our Small Business Success Academy, please send me your name. So in the question box, put your name and either your app name or the business that you're working with, and I will sign you up for it. Let me show you how to get your app name. If you log into Infusionsoft, your app name is right up here. Mine is HV202. Yesterday, I signed a lot of people up for the Academy. It has lots of free, short little videos in there to teach you how to use Infusionsoft. So we're still working on it. We're making it bigger and better all the time. We're always adding to it. So Alicia, if you can give me either your app name or what company that you're signed up with Infusionsoft for, I'll add you to the SBSA. That's what we call it. And it will automatically send you a username and a password so that you can sign up anytime. And you can do that at 2 o'clock in the morning. We're there when you're there. So thank you for joining me. Have a great Wednesday, and hopefully I'll see you guys tomorrow on the next webinar. Thank you so much. And thank you, Barney. Barney said, you do a great job and you make it interesting. Thank you so much. I hope that my energy wasn't too exhausting, because sometimes I exhaust myself. I will see you guys tomorrow on Campaign Builder. It's the best one by far, and hopefully you guys can make time for me. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.